Hello, hope everybody is safe at home. Me and my team members are here to present our video on a math assignment topic, Platonic solids. Now, let me introduce my team members. Avni, Hiba, Iron, Jovita, Anshaji, Jayalakshmi and myself. Now, let's get into our topics. Our first topic is, what are Platonic solids? Hello everybody, hope you all are fine. I'm here to present my work on Platonic solids. What are Platonic solids? Each Platonic solid is a polyhedron. First of all, what is a polyhedron? It's a solid with flat faces. Now, let's get back to Platonic solids. Platonic solids are special because every face is a regular polygon of the same size and shape. They are also convex. They're named after Plato, a Greek philosopher and mathematician. Which are the 5 Platonic solids? There are 5 Platonic solids. They are tetrahedron, cube, octahedron, dodecahedron and icosahedron. History of Platonic solids. Around 300 BC, the regular polyhedra were discussed in the dialogues of Plato, their namesake. He compared tetrahedron to fire. The octahedron was associated with air. Plato saw the icosahedron as water, and cube was associated with earth. Dodecahedron was considered the shape that encompasses the whole universe and was used for arranging the constellations in heaven. Why are there only 5 Platonic solids? There are only 5 Platonic solids because at each vertex 3 or more faces meet. When we add up the internal angles that meet at a vertex, it must be less than 360 degrees, because at 360 degrees the shape flattens out. What do Platonic solids represent? The 5 Platonic solids were thought to represent the 5 basic elements: fire, air, water, earth and the universe. The tetrahedron represents fire, the cube represents earth, the octahedron represents air, the dodecahedron represents the universe and the icosahedron represents water. Now, let's get to the Platonic solids. There are 5 Platonic solids and the first one is tetrahedron. A tetrahedron has 4 faces. Each face is an equilateral triangle. It has 4 edges and 4 vertices and at each vertex 3 edges meet. All 4 vertices are the same distance from each other and is the only Platonic solid with no parallel faces. Next one is a cube. There's 6 faces and each face has 4 edges. There's 12 edges and 8 vertices. And at each vertex 3 edges meet. A cube is also a hexahedron because it's a polyhedron with 6 faces. Next one is the octahedron. An octahedron has 8 faces and 12 edges. Each face is an equilateral triangle. It has 6 vertices and at each vertex 4 edges meet. It's called an octahedron because it's a polyhedron that has 8 faces. Next one is the dodecahedron. A dodecahedron has 12 faces and each face has 5 edges. There's 30 edges and 12 vertices and each vertex 3 edges meet. It's called a dodecahedron because it's a polyhedron that has 12 faces. Next one is the icosahedron. There are 20 faces and 30 edges. Each face is an equilateral triangle. There's 12 vertices and at each vertex 5 edges meet. It's called an icosahedron because it's a polyhedron that has 20 faces. That's all about Platonic solids. I'm concluding my presentation. Thank you. The next topic is, how many Platonic solids are there? Name them. Let's see.
Hi everybody, I hope you all are doing great. Today I'm going to present my slides on my topic, types of Platonic solid. Let's see. So first let's know what are Platonic solids. So in 3-dimensional space, a Platonic solid is a regular convex polyhedron. It is constructed by congruent, identical in shape and size, regular, all angles equal and all sides equal, polygon faces with the same number of faces meeting at each vertex. And if you're wondering what are all these are the types of Platonic solid. Let's know more about this. So let's see what are the types of Platonic solid. So there are mainly 5 types of Platonic solid, which are tetrahedron, cube, octahedron, icosahedron, dodecahedron. Now let's know more about these types of Platonic solids. So first come the tetrahedron, and this is a tetrahedron. Now let's know more about this. So in geometry, a tetrahedron, also known as a triangular pyramid, is a polyhedron composed of 4 triangular faces, 6 straight edges and 4 vertex corners. The tetrahedron is the 3-dimensional case of the more general concept of the Euclidean simplex and may thus also be called a 3-simplex. The tetrahedron is one kind of pyramid which is a polyhedron with a flat polygon base and triangular faces connecting the base to a common point. In the case of a tetrahedron, the base is a triangle, so it is also known as a triangular pyramid. So this is what is about a tetrahedron. Now let's see the next type of Platonic solid, which is a cube, and this is a cube. Now let's know more about it. In geometry, a cube is a 3-dimensional solid object bounded by 6 square faces, facets or slides with 3 meeting at each vertex. The cube is the only regular hexahedron and is one of the 5 Platonic solids. It has 6 faces, 12 edges and 8 vertices. And this is what is about a cube. Now let's know about the third type of Platonic solid, which is a octahedron, and this is a octahedron. And in geometry, an octahedron is a polyhedron with 8 faces, 12 edges and 6 vertices. The term is most commonly used to refer to the regular octahedron, a Platonic solid composed to 8 equilateral triangles, 4 of which meet at each vertex. A regular octahedron is the dual polyhedron of a cube. It is a rectified tetrahedron. And this is what is about an octahedron. Now let's see the fourth type of Platonic solid, which is icosahedron. And this is a icosahedron. Now let's know what is it. So in geometry, an icosahedron is a polyhedron with 20 faces. There are infinitely many known similar shapes of icosahedron, some of them being more symmetrical than others. The best known is the regular icosahedron, one of the Platonic solids whose faces are 20 equilateral triangles. And this is the fourth type of Platonic solid, icosahedron. Now let's move on to the last and final type of Platonic solid, which is a dodecahedron. Now this is a dodecahedron. Now let's know what is it. In geometry, a dodecahedron is any polyhedron with 12 flat faces. The most familiar dodecahedron is the regular dodecahedron, which is a Platonic solid. There are also 3 regular star dodecahedron, which are constructed as stellations of the convex form. All of these have icosahedral symmetry. So this is the final and last type of Platonic solid. So now let's see the conclusion. So I think with these slides you came across what is a Platonic solid, and also its 5 types, which are a tetrahedron, cube, octahedron, icosahedron and dodecahedron. So I hope with these slides you got a clear idea about my topic, types of Platonic solid. Thank you one and all.
Our next topic is tetrahedron. Let's see.
Hello everyone, my name is Hiba Subir. So today I'll be sharing something on the topic tetrahedron. So before we move into that topic, let's talk about polyhedron. Polyhedron is a 3-dimensional shape with flat faces, straight edges and sharp vertices. So there are different types of polyhedrons. There are tetrahedron, cube, octahedron, dodecahedron, etc. So I'm going to be talking about tetrahedron. Tetrahedron is a polyhedron composed of 4 triangular faces. That is 1, 2, 3 and the bottom one. 6 straight edges, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 4 vertex corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this tetrahedron has a lot of specialties. It is the simplest of all the regular convex polyhedrons and the only one that has fewer than 5 faces. It is also known as the triangular pyramid. So when we open this tetrahedron, that is the net of the tetrahedron, looks like this. This has 4 triangular faces. So what is a regular tetrahedron? It's a tetrahedron which has all 4 faces, equilateral triangle, and it is one of the 5 regular Platonic solids. That means all its 4 faces will be equilateral. That means it will have the same size and length, and all its edges will have the same length. So what are these Platonic solids? Platonic solids is a regular convex polyhedron. It is constructed by congruent regular polygonal faces with the same number of faces meeting at each vertex. So some examples are cube, regular octahedron, regular tetrahedron, etc. So I hope you understood the concept of tetrahedron and enjoyed the class. So thank you for listening.
Our next topic is cube. Let's see.
Today my topic is second Platonic solid, so I am going to explain about it. In a geometry, a cube is a 3-dimensional solid object bounded by 6 square faces, which 3 meeting at each vertex. So I am having a 3D shape of a cube and I am drawn also. So the faces of a cube is 6. So next one is there are 11 nets for a cube. So there are 11 nets for a cube that I have drawn down, and each one of them are having 6 faces. A cube's volume is a cube and number of edges it has is 12 and number of faces is 6 and vertex of a cube, that means the corner of a cube is 8 and base and the side shape of a cube is square. A cube is any regular 6-sided or 3-dimensional solid object. A cube is the only regular hexagon. Thank you everyone. I have finished my class. Thank you.
Our next topic is octahedron. Let's see.
Hi everyone, my name is Ravita Joshi. I am studying in class 8A. Today I am here on my topic polyhedron, and the given topic is octahedron. Do you know what is octahedron? Yes, it's a basic geometry. On that, first itself, let me introduce on polyhedron.
In geometry and polyhedron, there is dimensionship with flat polyhedral faces, straight edges and shaped corners on vertices. The word polyhedron comes from the classical Greek. On the convex hull of the infinity any points, not all on the same plane. Cubes and pyramids are the examples of convex polyhedron. A polyhedron is a 3-dimensional example of the more general polyhedron in any number of dimensions. Do you know what you mean by octahedron? In geometry, an octahedron is a polyhedron with 8 faces, 12 edges and 6 vertices. The term is mostly used to refer to the regular octahedron. A polytic solid composed of 8 quadrilateral triangles, 4 of which meet at each vertex. This is the image of a net octahedron with edges, and here is an image of octahedron. The right side is octahedron and near to this it's a 3D model of regular octahedron. What does octahedron represent? Yes, is it associated with air and cultivating acceptance and compassion? Do you know what does the other role accept associate with? Satyr associates with fire and perpendicular balance and stability. The solution is acidated with water and secreted through the expansions. Here we can see the nets of the octahedron. An octahedron is found by placing 4 equilateral.
So I think you got some basic things about octahedron, and my video is in here. Thank you. Bye.
Our next topic is dodecahedron. Let's see.
Hi, today we are going to discuss about dodecahedron. What is a dodecahedron? Dodecahedron is a special type of polyhedron. It has 12 faces, as you can see here. So, every shape has properties. Okay, think about a square. How will you describe it to your friend? Well, a square has 4 sides and 4 corners, right? Now, think about a cube. This 3D shape has 6 faces, 8 vertices and 12 edges. Now, how would you describe a dodecahedron to a friend? This shape is a bit more complex. Well, each dodecahedron has the following: 12 equal pentagonal faces, 20 vertices, 30 edges. Okay, what is a pentagonal face? Well, if you look closely at the face of a dodecahedron, you will see that it has the shape of a pentagon. A pentagon is a two-dimensional shape with 5 straight sides and 5 vertices. So, a dodecahedron has 12 of these flat equal pentagonal faces. That's all about dodecahedron. Thank you.
Our next topic is icosahedron. Let's see.
Hello everyone. Today we are going to study about icosahedron. Before we learn about icosahedron, we have to learn about polyhedron. Polyhedron, a three-dimensional solid made up by joining polygons. It comes from the Greek word poly means many and hedron means referring to surfaces. There are 2 types of polyhedron, regular polyhedron and irregular polyhedron. And our topic comes under regular polyhedron. Icosahedron. Moving on to my topic, icosahedron. It's a 3D shape with flat surfaces. It has 20 faces, 30 edges and 12 vertices, that means corners. Now you can see the image of an icosahedron on my screen. Hope it's clear. Discovery of icosahedron. Icosahedron was discovered by Athena. She lived around 360 BC. She have discovered the octahedron and icosahedron. It seems that she was the first to construct the 5 regular polygons. Now you can see an ancient dice. This was used in ancient Greek to check out our future, whether it's lucky or unlucky. Icosahedron represents water. Yes, water represents the essence of creative dare. Icosahedron is mainly used now for representing the water. This is a model of an icosahedron. It is a still model, okay? Now let us count the 20 faces of an icosahedron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. So there is 20 faces for an icosahedron. And then 12 vertices, that means the corners. Now let's count the corners. 1, 2, up and down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See, as you have seen in the presentation, you can see there are 12 vertices and 20 faces. Let us summarize what we have learned. Icosahedron, polyhedron, then ancient dice, discovery of polyhedron, and then polyhedron, represents water. That's all. Hope you have understand what I have told. Thank you.
Here our presentation ends. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you.